Hey guys, it's TechRan here. In today's video, we'll be reviewing the new Skypad. That is right, Skypad has rebranded to Wallhack and actually released their first new actual Skypad since the 3.0, which is the Skypad 4.0, or called the SP-004 Skypad. So I just got in the mail here today and we're gonna unbox it, review it, and see if it's better than the 3.0 or what are the differences. Also, just wanna quickly say, look how freaking big this thing is, packaging wise, compared to me. It's actually kind of crazy. So let's start with the unboxing. So let's get into the unboxing. So I want to just quickly say it, the branding on the packaging is pretty cool. All we have to do is lightly apply pressure on the top here, which should just caught the packaging with no problem. So that was a little bit more of a hassle than I thought it would be, but we got it on out of the package, and this thing is still like massive. So there's some tapes on the side, and they supposedly changed the actual packaging for this. So what we should be able to do is just cut the tape right here, I'd assume, because it looks like you flip it on out. So yeah, cut the tape on that side, that's good. Cut it on the other side. I like it though how the packaging's changed, because the original packaging was kind of weird because like it wasn't anything super fancy. So I was really excited to see how the new packaging is, because I saw other people do videos on it, and I'm glad to say the packaging is so much better. So here is the Skypad, what is it, SP-004. Originally, I thought this thing was gonna be like really small, but you can see right here how big it is. It's like pretty big, almost the size of the packaging stuff, and this is what it looks like when you got it right out of the box. I got a black one. There was a white one too, but supposedly the big thing they changed with these actual Skypads is actually the padding, is they're gonna have more grip because they had this rubber padding on the bottom, which honestly looks really cool. They got some branding for Wallhack on the side here, which is pretty nice. The texture feels pretty good too. So this shouldn't move around like compared to the 3.0, because the 3.0 had different corners, had little adhesives to hold them in place, but it was always like wiggly and wobbly. So this is much more gonna keep it even so it doesn't wiggle when you actually game on it. Sounds also pretty premium too. That sounds really, really nice. The other thing you get with this too is of course a actual little thing for the Skypad. I don't know exactly, this is like Wallhack, little branding thing. I know the big thing they did with the actual rebranding was supposed to be one of the focus on more gaming peripherals than actual like glass mouse pads. Because when you think of Skypad, you think of their glass mouse pads, but they wanted to go for more like device, actual gaming setups and stuff like that. So that was the big reason why they rebranded, which is really smart in all fairness. I completely understand that. We also got this little thing, little package here, which we can pull this. I wonder what's inside here. It is a new why can't I pronounce this word? Oh my God. Okay, it's a cloth for Skypads, especially designed to actually like clean them off and stuff for like fingerprints and stuff, which is cool. Very neat little thing to get. It feels very premium. It feels very nice. And also some like stickers, and I think that's about it that's in here. But that is everything that comes with it. I will say the packaging feels very, very premium compared to like the original packaging. So for example here, I got my original Skypad packaging, which you can see. It was pretty like cardboardy and stuff, feels very, not really nice. And there's a little bit of packaging inside, but it wasn't anything fancy compared to like this one, where like it's actually like really good because like all the foaming is actually built into it, and it's still made of cardboard, yes, but it feels a lot more premium compared to their older packaging. My question is now, can I fit my older Skypad into this? So for example here, I have my shiny Yumi Skypad. Can I fit this in here? Is it the same size as the original? I cannot fit this Skypad on in here. So the size difference on these two is slightly different. This one's way more wider compared to the shiny Yumi. It has more space. But this one's a lot more outer, so it stands out a little bit more on the edges here, which you can see. But you cannot fit the limited ones in here. So I kind of wanted to check that because I was like, oh, this would be nice to put my shiny Yumi in here if I do want to like switch out between pads. But unfortunately, you cannot do that. You could probably squeeze it in, but I wouldn't really risk it. So you can see here, the 3.0 had actually 4 adhesive pads on each of the corners, which will hold it in place so that way it didn't move around your desk when you're gaming on it. However, the only problem with this was it still wobbled around, moved around, so it didn't have enough grip. And that was my only problem with the actual 3.0. And you can see with the 4.0, they fixed that by actually adding rubber padding on the back, so it grips the whole surface area. So for example here, if we were to try to actually use these, if I was to use light force, you can see this wiggles around a little bit. With this one, it doesn't do it as much because it's got more grip. But the big thing you notice too, if you start gaming like back and forth with your mouse like moving around, you notice if I slightly do this, a little bit of force every single time, you're gonna see the shiny Yumi will move around once in a while, once I increase the force. And that's what the problem with the 4 adhesive pads on it. It didn't have enough coverage to have enough grip to hold it in place. Compare to this one, whereas that padding on the bottom now is not gonna move anywhere. So what we're gonna do now is a glide test comparison. I got my Logitech mouse. This has actually got the Skypad / X-ray feed, We're gonna compare it to the 3.0 to the 4.0 because the 4.0 is supposed to be slightly faster. We're gonna do a light flick. We're gonna do a medium flick, which is pretty nice. Now a heavy flick. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're gonna do the 4.0 now. Light flick, medium flick. Okay, that was way, way faster. And then a heavy flick. Oh, it gone. Well, it seems like the 4.0 is definitely faster. Now my question is, how about control? Right here, I'm gaming. That's the sound, it's not bad. How about this one? Oh my, yeah, that's definitely got a little bit less control. Like this one. You can hear it too based on the sound. So you can hear in the sound, it has that grip there. Compare this one. Like this one's gliding way easier with no issue. So the next we're gonna do is a gaming test. So first up we have CSGO, and this is how I usually play on my Skypad. I usually don't really take that much space, but you can see right here how like it looks to actually use it. Looks pretty good. So far, the glide on it isn't terrible, feels pretty nice. I know for like FPS games, this kind of thing is amazing, but for like tactical based shooters like CSGO and Valorant, it's not particularly like the best to use this Skypad or Glass Mousepad because you don't have that control with this. Which I've noticed that especially like with the op in CSGO is definitely noticeable not to actually have that. But most times around I usually just play CSGO with Glass Mouse and base. Compared to my brother does not like using my Skypad at all. He'll get on and like just get off and stop using just because of that reason, because he can't control it that well. Now for me, who's someone who's very sensitive to actually like things like cold, ice, and that kind of thing, I'm very like aware. I'm very noticeable when I come to that, so like I'm very like stable in my aim, just because of that exact reason. But you can see right here, so far, it feels very smooth and feels pretty nice. I'm actually not having that much of a problem. I do really love how like smooth it is. Like that feels so freaking good. Also, this guy should have killed me. Okay, I died with that. That makes much more sense. But yeah, CSGO, pretty good. The only thing you got to be concerned about is like using ops and stuff like that. And I don't know how now. No, I just switched right there. That was very disappointing. But let's try an op test now. Dude, my computer, I just literally got a call at the exact same time as recording. I have no idea that happened. So hey, if you need a flick and a clutch remote, you can actually do it, except until that happens and you're just like, what the hell? Okay, next up we got Apex Legends with the new Skypad. Also, this feels very nice. This is gonna be really good because Skypads are very good with FPS shooters, better than tactical based shooters, so the feel for this should be way nicer, and so far it feels pretty good. Oh, that felt good. So far, feeling pretty good, especially like when you get like an SMG and like close range gun, just like point and click, like the beams. The beams are super. I would. Not gonna lie, I should have died right there. Oh, you like that new Skypad? Yeah, you do. Unfortunately, we don't have a waifu. Oh, wingman. Not gonna lie, that was a massive weapon there. I will not. Oh, damn, I almost had that. Would have been clean. Away from me. 360 no scope? No? No! I tried. Okay. I will say Apex, new Skypad 4.0 feels better than my 3.0. I will say that. That felt really good. So let's go over my final thoughts on the Skypad 4.0, or was it Wallhack SP-004? What are my final thoughts on it? Honestly, it definitely is way better than the 3.0. It's slightly faster. There's a little bit less control, but the thing that really complements that is the speed that you get from it. But the big thing that is really nice compared to 3.0 is the bottom. The grounding to it, whereas that grip is so much better. Such a big improvement over the 3.0, and I love that about it. Now my question is, would I recommend this to someone who already has an existing Skypad 3.0? I would probably say if you want to just upgrade your Skypad and you have $100 laying around, and go for it. But if you already have a Skypad 3.0 and a limited one at that, and you don't want to, like, if you want to know like if it's worth upgrading or not, I don't know, man. I think it's up to you ultimately at the end of the day, but if you have an existing Skypad and it's a 3.0, I would just keep that unless you really want to upgrade. And for me, preferably, if I wasn't doing a review video on this actual Skypad, I probably wouldn't have bought the 4.0 version of it just because I had the shiny Yumi, as you saw earlier. So I would have probably have upgraded, but that's the only reason why I upgraded was because of the review it. But at the same time too, if I didn't have a Skypad already, I would have probably just bought this just because it's a newer and better one. You know what I'm saying? Now the big question is, will I keep using this Skypad over my 3.0? That's a good question because of the fact that I love my shiny Yumi Glass Mousepad, and do I feel like this could replace it? Probably, just because of the fact that I'm a very competitive gamer and I love being able to just turn on somebody really fast and really swiftly. So being able to use this instead just feels so freaking nice just because of that reason. And you saw me in Apex 2 popping off in CSGO and stuff like that. That swiftness that you're getting from this new or improved Skypad just feels, or Wallhack pad, is just so freaking good. So I think for the time being, I'll keep using this Skypad and maybe I'll switch it down the line though, but we'll of course see what happens to that though, because like, you may never know these kind of things. I can always switch back because maybe I do need more control when I'm playing like CSGO, but we'll have to wait and find out. But for you're just an FPS shooter person, like playing like finals, Apex and those kind of games, this is amazing. If you're playing a tactical based shooter, it's all right. However, if you get used to it, it's actually insane. And I know some people who play Valorant and CSGO who use Skypad and they just do absolute mad work. They literally think they're wall hacking, which I kind of find it funny because that's literally what Skypad calls himself now. And honestly, that's why I like their branding, their new branding. It's just super good. But that's my final thoughts on the Skypad 4.0 or the Wallhack SP-004. If you guys enjoyed my review, video here today, then you know what to do. Make sure to smash the like button and get subscribed so you don't miss some future tech content. And I'll see you guys back here for another tech video. I will of course have the actual Skypad link down below if you want to go get it for yourself. Until then, have a great day. GMAN out.